Imagine finding out that your whole life has been a lie, and the person you thought was your father isn't your biological parent. This is the shocking reality that many people face when they take a DNA paternity test. On September 26, break time equals 200 ms/2025, the film One Battle After Another was released, but what does this have to do with paternity tests? DNA paternity testing is a scientific method used to determine whether an individual is the biological parent of another individual. This is done by comparing the DNA profiles of the alleged parent and the child. The current paternity testing techniques are polymerase chain reaction, PCR, and restriction fragment length polymorphism. Prosody rate equals slow pitch equals -5% RFLP/prosody. Break time equals 600 ms/. But how accurate are these tests? The result of a DNA paternity test is typically 99.99% when the alleged parent is biologically related to the child. However, there are some rare cases where the results can be inconclusive. This is due to a phenomenon known as chimerism, where an individual has at least two different sets of genes. Break time equals 600 ms/. But what causes chimerism, and how common is it? Chimerism is a rare condition that occurs when two fertilized eggs fuse together to form a single embryo. This can happen in approximately 1 in 100,000 births. However, some historians believe that chimerism may be more common than we think. According to reports, there have been cases where individuals have undergone DNA paternity tests, only to find out that they are not the biological parent of their child, despite having a 99.99% match. The film One Battle After Another was written, directed, and produced by Paul Thomas Anderson. The film's ensemble cast includes Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, and Regina Hall. Principal photography took place in California from January to June. Break time equals 200 ms/2024. Break time equals 600 ms/. But what does this film have to do with DNA paternity testing? Although the film One Battle After Another does not directly relate to DNA paternity testing, it does highlight the complexities of human relationships. The film's release on September 26, break time equals 200 ms/2025, coincided with a growing interest in DNA paternity testing. Break time equals 600 ms/. But as people began to take these tests, they realized that the results were not always what they expected. Some people discovered that their whole life had been a lie, and the person they thought was their father wasn't their biological parent. The consequences of DNA paternity tests can be life-changing. For some people, the results can bring closure and answers to questions they have been asking their whole lives. However, for others, the results can be devastating. As one woman discovered, asking for a paternity test can lead to a realization that changes everything. Break time equals 600 ms/. But what did she realize, and how did it affect her life? As it turns out, the woman's realization was not just about the paternity test results, but about the complexities of human relationships. She realized that the truth is not always what it seems, and that sometimes, the people we trust the most can be hiding secrets. The woman's story is a reminder that DNA paternity tests can be a powerful tool for uncovering the truth, but they can also be a double-edged sword. As we conclude this story, we are left with more questions than answers. Break time equals 600 ms/. What does the future hold for DNA paternity testing, and how will it continue to shape our understanding of human relationships?